There's a giant orange truck just sat outside the flat, which is why all of that is orange. It's quite nice actually. Don't think I'll be there for that long though. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This one we'll go over Rich Dad Poor Dad and what I've learned from this particular book. So stick with this one, let's see what we can get into it. So what is Rich Dad Poor Dad? I'm going to go through it from my perspective. I'm not going to go through official descriptions or anything like that. But for me personally, it was a book about financial independence, financial freedom, and obviously the perspectives of money, how to handle money, kind of money management and everything like that. And to be honest with you, it has completely changed my life regarding money. And I wanted to kind of bring that across in this video, and hopefully you can get something from this video. And obviously I believe the links down below for the books / audiobook for you to listen to, and hopefully when you've listened to it or read it, we can chat about kind of our perspectives on the book. So in this video I'm going to cover 5 different points that I've noted down through listening through this book a fair few times, let's be honest, in the last 10 months or so. So I do believe that the kind of views that I have on this book are fairly cemented, and obviously you can learn from those perspectives too, and obviously come up with your own. But before we do that guys, make sure you hit the like button on this video, I really do appreciate that, and obviously subscribe and the big red button down below for more videos like this, not necessarily on books but more towards investing. But I do think that videos like this will help towards your investing kind of philosophy and the mindset to have towards investing. So without further ado, let's jump into point number 1. Point number 1 is as easy as the difference between asset and liability. Now believe it or not, before this book I didn't really know what an asset or liability was, in terms of money at least. But asset is something that puts money inside your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. So if you think of a liability, it's something like a Netflix subscription or bill or a credit card, something like that. And an asset is something like a dividend portfolio or a real estate portfolio, or even just general kind of royalties and stuff like that. Something that puts money in your pocket as a little bit of extra income, that kind of thing. So, and that's what an asset is for me. And obviously we need to kind of acquire assets to become financially free, which is a little bit of a hint for future kind of points. But yeah, that's the difference between asset and liability. Point number 2 is understanding that passive income is what you need to become financially free. Now passive income is basically income that you don't necessarily have to work too hard for. So like I mentioned before, royalties, so if you, for example, created a song, or you're like an artist or something like that, and you put it out on the websites and they give you some money per kind of viewing, per playing, that kind of thing, then that's passive income. You're generating that per month. Same with YouTube as well. Obviously I'm not getting paid at the moment, but there's lots of other YouTubers that once they've met the kind of requirements, that they get a little bit of income for their efforts, for their rewards. And then they kind of generate that extra income, and that's passive income. You're not working too much for that. Obviously YouTube is quite hard working, but you know what I mean. It's something extra on top of the day job. And obviously the more passive income streams that you can get, the better. You know, that's how you become financially free. And obviously I think there's a saying that goes, if you can exceed your normal income with passive income, then you've basically succeeded, which is obviously my goal. It's lots of other people's goals as well, and we'll see how far we get with that. So point number 3 kind of ties into, and it's pretty much exactly the same as point number 2, and that's the rich don't work for money, they have money work for them. And this ties in with passive income and all that kind of stuff, and extra work. Basically just don't stop working, they don't stop putting input, so they can get those rewards and get that money in month by month, and to obviously boost their net worth and all that kind of stuff. But just adding on to that, you can actually write this down, have it as like a header, something that you look at all the time. The rich don't work for money, they have money work for them. And that basically gives you the kind of drive to increase that passive income streams and work on your kind of goals, your financial goals, and kind of succeed that way. So that was point number 3. Point number 4 is acquire assets you love. Now this is very important for me. So personally I invest in stocks, and obviously crypto and all of that, and I love that because I love researching it, I love looking it up, I love watching videos on it, I like reading articles on such things, and it makes me happy. And obviously other people have different assets, but the assets I love personally are stocks and crypto. I will be looking into kind of dividend portfolio further on in the future. I do have a video regarding that in the top right hand corner if you do fancy watching that. But yeah, those acquire assets that you love. So if you really like real estate investing, acquire more real estate investing. If you really love stocks and bonds and all that kind of stuff, acquire more of that. That's, at the end of the day, you've got to be interested in what you're investing in, what your assets are, and that's really what's going to make you happy, especially when you're retiring early and you can look back and you can say, actually that was really good, I really enjoyed that, and I'm going to continue doing it. And the 5th point I picked up is there is always risk. You have to learn how to manage it rather than avoiding it. Now sounds simple, but obviously risk is always there. It's always there, but it goes down to how much we're learning, how much we're picking up on board. So if you put £500 into Tesla, but you know nothing about Tesla, then that's a high risk investment for you personally. But for somebody else who knows everything about Tesla, so if Elon invested 500 quid into Tesla, he would know everything. So that for him is a very low risk. And for me, risk is down to knowledge, education, all that kind of stuff. But if you have a very highly speculative investment, stuff such as AMC, like a momentum stock, then that is very high risk from the get-go. Because it is a momentum stock, it's just a retail kind of push from social media, that kind of thing. But companies that are looking to change the world and do it in the best way possible, then that for me is a low risk, especially if I know more and more about that company. So instead of avoiding a risk and constantly buying and selling and all of that, why don't you learn about these assets that you're acquiring, and then that way you can limit that risk. And then if it is a high risk stock, if you do see something that you don't quite like, then that might be a time to sell and then choose a different asset that you do believe in a bit more. Just an additional point that I wanted to make is the passive income that you're receiving, the passive income that you're looking to gain per month, that can be used towards more assets, that can be used towards more investing, real estate and crypto, etc., whatever you're investing in. So that's another way of looking at things, and that's how you build your net worth, how you build your wealth over time, and it's obviously that compounding effect going on through the future. So I think that's another important point to make, turning your passive income into assets that will generate wealth quicker and quicker. So overall, this book has taught me those 5 points. I'll stick them up on the screen for you so you can have a look at them. And from what I've learned from this book, I do believe it has changed my mind on kind of money and perspective of money, how to save, how to spend, and how to acquire assets, essentially, and obviously how to limit my liabilities. Now, with that, I have seen my net worth grow substantially. I'm not saying it's all down to this book, but it has definitely helped. There is other books on the market as well, like Secret Minds of the Millionaire and Richest Man in Babylon. They're also excellent books. Also, Psychology of Money I've just finished reading, which is also really good. Again, I'll stick all of them on the screen as of when I'm talking. So maybe check out those books as well if you're looking to kind of start that kind of financially free path, shall we say. And yeah, and hopefully the main goal is to increase your passive income so much so it replaces your actual working income. So with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you did like it, drop a like on the video. I really do appreciate that. Comment down below. I'd love to see what you thought of this type of video. Don't do a lot of these, and I really do appreciate the feedback that I get from you guys. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, invest safe, and I'll see you soon. So kind of tying in with that is point number 3. Money management's a different video. Yeah, I like that. That was good.